Hello guys, welcome to the LFC transfer room for our watch along of Liverpool vs Bayern Munich game. How are we doing all? J-Muse, Helio in the chat. It's going to be a good one, probably toughest pre-season test so far. Both teams playing fairly strong sides. So, you know, we'll see. Kit Jones in the 6, which will be very interesting, I think, so... Is everything okay? Is it all sound good? Obviously, still getting used to everything, but on my end, it all looks good. So that's all that matters. Yeah, starting team is Liverpool. For Liverpool is Alisson, Trent, Matip, which is a bit of a rogue one. For Canate probably was going to start. Van Dijk, Robertson, Jones in the 6, McAllister and Szoboszlai, which is unbelievable. Jota, Salah, Gakpo. Disappointed kind of not to see Darwin Núñez. I think Núñez and Salah have been on fire together. But you know, I'm sure Gakpo and Salah will have a good little link up. But Jen, how are you all doing, guys? Excited for this one? Yeah, I agree with you there, Helio. I think Jones is really gonna make the 6 his own. So I think he'll start as the 6. I think this confirms it as well. But yeah, Jen, we love you on this channel. We appreciate all the support you do. So love you very much, Jen. I've still kind of got this cough, so I might mute every now and then just to cough. But it's starting to see the back of it. I think I might have had COVID, and that's ruined everything for me. But is everything okay, guys? Can you hear me all good? I'm looking at my mic levels here, and they seem alright, so we take it. Substitutes from Helio, Kelleher, Mozek, Gomez, Canate, Kwanzaa, Simicast, Scanlon, McConnell, Elliott, Frauendorf, Clark, Diaz, Núñez, Doak, and Kumas. I think probably you're looking at the next team there. You probably got Kelleher, Gomez, Canate, Kwanzaa, Simicast, McConnell, Elliott, Clark, Diaz, Núñez, Doak, which, you know, pretty good. J-Muse, how are we doing? Yeah, do you know what? I'm not a really big tea drinker. That's my issue. I've got me big old trusty bottle here, so I'll be sipping on that throughout the whole thing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not really a tea person, sadly. But yeah, again, guys, if you are new, make sure you do leave a like on the stream. Also, subscribe. Yeah, the channel has been doing absolutely amazing. We're so close to 8K. So yeah, it's been going great on the road to 10K. 5 minutes until the game, probably a little bit later with these pre-season ones and the kickoff. But yeah. I'm trying to get tickets for the Darmstrand. I don't know how you say it, but the pre-season game in 5 days, is it? At Preston North End, so hoping we can get media passes for that, which would be nice. I don't know how you do it. The Americans are 7:30 in the morning. That's far too early for me. I don't think I'll be like a fan who. Well, I mean, I would if I had to, like, but mate, 12:30 games, no from me on the West Coast. Helio, I've been thinking that this match won't be like the others, where the whole team switches at half time, but I honestly don't know. Yeah, I think, do you know what? I agree. I think we'll probably see 60 minutes of this time. I think we'll see 60 minutes and then we'll see a full change of the team I mentioned. Or maybe at half time we see just a few changes like Gakpo for Nunes, Kanate for Matip, a bit like that. But we'll see. Jen, thoughts on the signings? I think this is the first time we're seeing them play together, right? It'd be interesting to see where they both play, because McAllister's been playing in that right centre mid role, and he's been doing it really well. He's been pushing, he's been starting the press, which is what Hendo kind of done. And Szoboszlai has played on the left side, albeit a bit more higher up on the pitch. Maybe like a bit of a left attacking mid, but be interesting to see where Klopp goes with them, because I thought when we originally did the signings that Szoboszlai was going to be the right centre mid, McAllister the left centre mid, Szoboszlai a bit more attacking and being that instigator, but we'll see. It's interesting. I'm actually really excited for this game. Jen, thoughts on transfers? I'm sure you heard from the lads yesterday. It's all a bit of a mess. I think Kev mentioned it. I think somebody said that he can only see us getting one of them. I think they're so drastically different. I think we could get both of them. Lavia, look, we're going back in for Lavia. We're a club that, negotiating this thing. I don't get everyone getting mad about the whole, why give them 50 million? That's not how the world works. It's not how football works. You have to negotiate. And as well, nobody else is in for Romeo Lavia. Chelsea aren't, Arsenal aren't, Liverpool are the only team who are in for Lavia, so they hold all the power at the moment. They know that City are probably going to buy him for 40 million next summer if no one signs him. So again, not worried there. I think Lavia will happen. Might just be a slow start to the season for him. And Andre, difficult one, isn't it? Because I think it closes the market closes in Brazil in a few hours, so you never know. But look, these Brazilian clubs, they've got the replacement sorted in the under-16 squad, so I'm sure if we give them 30 million, they'd probably let them leave. Again, it's a risk, 'cause obviously Brazilian league not that big. So it's a risk, but I think Andre would probably be Thiago's replacement anyway. So, yeah, hey-ho. Helio, we actually don't have two decent teams these days. Someone ban that account, please. I can do it actually, can't I? Let's go. Thank you, whoever done that. Where was Helio's message? We actually don't have two decent teams to play these days. We really don't have 1.5 either, as 2 of our 6 midfielders are in recovery. Yeah, but Helio, I think if you include Bajcetic and Thiago, you look at the team in a completely different light, because we're obviously playing McConnell and Clark in midfield. So I think you look at it with Bajcetic and Thiago, and you look at it in a different light. But kicked off anyway. Liverpool pressing. Looks like Szoboszlai is on the left at the moment, which is quite interesting. McAllister on the right, Szoboszlai on the left. I know the graphic had Szoboszlai on the right, but yeah, interesting. Charlie, what's your thoughts on Matip and Gomez? I would sell Gomez. I don't know if you remember Bojack, anyone, but Bojack was a big advocate of letting go of Joe Gomez. I think his price is as high as it's ever going to be. If Connor Bradley is in the team, I think he doesn't get a look at right back. And if Kwanzaa is being as good as he is and not being sent on loan, then look, I think you get 30 million from him. Someone's going to pay it. He's English, he's got a lot of experience. He's won everything that you can win. And I know he's our longest serving player at the moment, but it'd be sad to see him leave. But you've got to do what you've got to do, sadly, these days. And I think Gomez is, for me anyway, the next one out. Andre pre-agreement, a January loan back potentially. Oh, Gakpo, great intersect. Gakpo's one-on-one now. He's got Salah to his right. He takes it on. 1-0, Gakpo. Great goal by Liverpool. Within the first 2 minutes. You cannot complain. I don't know who that pass was from, but it was absolutely beautiful. Yeah, got it stuck under his foot a little bit, but it was he did quite well, to be fair. Look at this, the one straight away, bang bang. I thought he should have passed to Salah. He looked like he was getting it stuck under his foot a little bit, but we move. Who's this? So Szoboszlai gets the ball, turns well. 1-2 with Diogo Jota. Oh, sorry, Gakpo. Gakpo 1-2 with Diogo Jota. And Gakpo's through on goal. Gets it stuck under his feet a little bit, but nothing someone could do. Great finish in the top right hand corner. Cody Gakpo on fire, continuing his form. Maybe keeper could have done a little bit better, but lovely goal for Liverpool. Bayern Munich on the attack now, but Virgil van Dijk steps up, gets it out, and Robertson clears it. Will Bacchetis and Thiago be ready for the bench in 11 days? I think so. I think Klopp said they weren't ready to travel on for pre-season, but I think they've been in recovery for months now. I think they're both on the edge. I don't think they'll start the season, but I think they'll probably be in pre-season. They might get 10 minutes here and there. That is never a foul from Szoboszlai, from Curtis Jones. Thomas Tuchel is not happy on the bench. James, impressed with our forwards this pre-season. Yeah, definitely. I think Salah's got 5 assists, and they've all been to Nunes. So yeah, a replay is playing, and Bayern Munich are on the attack. So Liverpool on the attack again with Diogo Jota. He's got Mohamed Salah. He releases Mohamed Salah. It's a bit behind him. Salah, good block there by number 5. I don't know who that is. Liverpool, though, are absolutely destroying Bayern Munich on the counter-attack here. Anthony Gakpo scored in second minute. Liverpool should have really scored there. It's a poor ball from Diogo Jota. Probably could have carried it a little bit further. Lacked the pace on the pass, but it was good. It was good. Yeah, Gakpo scored, guys. Great goal. Got it stuck under his feet a little bit. Nice little 1-2 with Diogo Jota. So Gakpo's feet worry me a little bit sometimes. Yeah, he's a bit like sometimes a bit like Bambi, isn't he? Bit on ice, but that's handball from Salah. Oh no, never mind. Gakpo again in the middle. He passes it to Szoboszlai. He's got Jota to his left. Passes it back to Curtis Jones, who sprays it on the outside to Andy Robertson, who puts a big long ball up to Mohamed Salah, who rips his bandaging off, his tape on his hand off, mid pass. Yeah, we do have. I think I think we've probably got the best attack, Helior, in the entirety of Europe. Especially attacking options, maybe not actual attack, but the attacking options are unbelievable, and pre-seasons just prove that even more. Joel Matip with his big donkey runs. Curtis Jones tries to control it, can't do it. I think Szoboszlai's then brought someone, Mateus Tell down, but it's referee hasn't given us a foul. Helior, brilliant 1-2 between Jota and Gakpo near the halfway line. Gakpo clean through before finishing. Yeah, exactly. Ryan Welcome. Yeah, great goal, mate. Really nice fast 1-2 with Diogo Jota, and Gakpo just cut through the defence. A couple of minutes later, Liverpool did the exact same again, but the Bayern defenders got back. Again, guys, if you haven't liked the video stream, please do helps the channel grow and reach more. Liverpool playing it from the back here, just Jones and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent fires a great pass to Diogo Jota, whose first touch is amazing, and then it's passed out to Cody Gakpo, who's on the right hand side, dropped fairly deep. He's got Diogo Jota again, that's handball, but the referee isn't giving it for some reason, even though it clearly hit his hand. I guess that's one for each of them now with Mohamed Salah's one before. Bayern Munich just can't get out of this Liverpool press here. A ball in the box from Andy Robertson, cut out, but it lands to Cody Gakpo, finds Diogo Jota, he finds Andy Robertson. It's Dominic Szoboszlai shot from the outside, but it is blocked down by Kimmich, and Serge Gnabry, I think that is, goes on the attack with Matthias Tell. Who's that? Who's right wing is that? But Davis is on the left here, in the box, cuts onto his right foot, but Liverpool defended quite well. Sané now passed it back to Kimmich, and everyone is back for Liverpool. Gakpo's going to be a great signing. Yeah, he is. You even have Nunes to come on, as Ryan said there. So, the options are plentiful. The options are very plentiful. So, Bosley starting the press here. And not much pressure from Liverpool, but it forces Bayern Munich to pass it out. For Cody Gakpo was straining there, but it looks like he was just fixing his undershot. Trent with the throw in to Szoboszlai, who finds Salah, and Salah tries to return it back to him, but he's crowded out by the Bayern Munich midfield. Yeah, as Jen said, guys, make sure you leave a like on the video. J-Muse, Charlie, do you keep Doric in the squad? Yeah, 100%. I think, he's probably not going to make the bench every week, but what's the likelihood of them all being fit every single game? And I think what he's shown this pre-season, it would be cruel from Klopp not to give him a chance to Salah's understudy. He's more than proven that he's good enough. So, yeah. Musiala on the edge of the box tries to find Matthias Tell, but Virgil van Dijk gets the ball stuck under his feet a little bit, but he gets it out well. Ryan, do you think we'll sign a defensive midfielder before the window shuts? 100%, mate. I think we'll sign 2 midfielders. I don't believe we're going to walk away from Lavia. I think we'll probably offer just under 50 million and just say that's our last offer. If Southampton are petty and don't want to take that, then I think we've got other targets in the bag. So yeah, Andre's a big one too. Salah's on the attack here, dinks it over Upamecano's head, but it's a good defending in the end. Gnabry on the edge, hits it in, but Bosley does well, closes him down, and it goes out for him the corner. Helio, right now I'm very unsure if Nunes or Gakpo is our best forward starter, I assume that was. It's difficult, isn't it? Because if you look on pre-season, it's probably Nunes, and his link up with Salah's been unreal. But I think Gakpo's ended. Oh, Jesus Christ! Ping pong in the box there. I don't really know what's happened. I was looking at chat for a second, but corner's come in deep again. It went over to Benjamin Pavard. So, header from someone there. Virgil misses it. Pavard heads it onto the post. And then it comes right back to him. And he just can't get it underneath the bar. And it goes over. Luckily for us. Yeah, we'll sign midfielders. 100, at least one. Bare minimum one. We have to sign if they're being your replacements. Do you think this is the front three from Heretic? Oh, Jesus. Do you think this front three is the one that's... Yeah, no, I think it'll probably be Diaz on the left. I think every time... Bayern on the attack here. Szoboszlai does well to get his body in front, and Liverpool are on the attack again. Or is it Szoboszlai? Curtis Jones and Szoboszlai look very similar builds, so I'm going to get them mixed up a decent bit. Trent on the right here. Passes it to Cody Gakpo, who again has dropped a little bit deeper. And he finds Andy Robertson on the left wing. Heretic, I think it'll be Diaz on the left, Gakpo / Jota up front, Gakpo / Nunes up front, whichever one Klopp picks. Not sure Arsenal file, and then Salah on the right. I think every time Diaz has played against Reece James and whoever's at right back, who's made a mockery of them. So awarded, Gakpo scored, and then Salah come close shortly after. James, if we do walk away, there might be riot. Yeah, look, Paul Joyce has said it. Liverpool, it's inconceivable that Liverpool won't sign a replacement for Fabinho. Look, Henderson's replacement, we've probably already signed him in Szoboszlai. And then McAllister's replacing, probably McAllister's replacing Keita and Ox's minutes, maybe Milner's too. But Fabinho needs to be replaced because he was going into this season as a starter. Henderson was probably going into the Milner role, so not massive. Look, I think if we get one in, I'll be happy. And then if after that one we pick up an injury or two, I think you go in, you sign Andre in January. Or even just agree a deal with Andre. Why not? You know, just get it done. Fair. Could be a 70, 80 million player in a few years, so why not take a risk? And we never really take risks on Brazilian, players from the Brazilian league, and you look how many have done well. So it'd be nice to it's a low risk as well, 20 million to get it done in January. So yeah. Tuchel playing 4-2-3-1 formation today. Yeah, which is weird from Tuchel because he's usually a die-hard 5 at the back type player, and he's got the players to do it. He's got the players to do it at Bayern Munich with Benjamin Pavard, probably the right centre back, De Ligt, central centre back, and then Upamecano as the left. You dirty bastard. Matthias De Ligt there is just absolutely flew. Conrad Lehmer has just flew in at Curtis Jones. Absolutely mad. If he catches Jones there with a planted foot, it's the end of a season already. Should have got a book for that, even if it is a pre-season game, should have been booked for that. Again, guys, 30 people in here, make sure you do leave a like on the stream. Also subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a ton. Jamie used Melissa ready this morning at Liverpool and Southampton dialogues continue. Yeah, and he will do. Liverpool on the attack here. Trent, he's no one in the box for Trent, and Davis manages to get it, and he takes him down. Just one for a Curtis. Melissa ready, yeah. Liverpool Southampton dialogue continues, and it will do. I think we'll probably see today more talk about the Lavia transfer. That's not going to go quiet soon. The one thing that was a bit baffling to me is obviously the first bid was 42 million, and this one is 41 million. I assume most of this one is probably up front. But I thought you go in 45. If they reject that, they reject it. Move on to someone else, But I guess we've now kind of been like, all right, look, we're going to give you better payment terms. And they're not happy with that, so we'll probably be like, look, we'll give you the same payment terms with 4 million add-ons. Curtis Jones playing a risky game there, but he does well. Nice, cool, calm and collected, which I'm sure Klopp loves to see from his 6. Anthony, if we don't get Lavia now, we can just sign him for 40 million next season. Yeah, I guess the only thing with that though, Anthony, is that Man City have got Man City's release clause is obviously buyback clause is obviously 40 million, but they also have a 20 mil, a 20% sell on clause, which doesn't activate if they buy him for 40 million. So I kind of still think they will be like, all right, look, we want 50 million, because they're still, you know, potentially going to be losing out on money if they do sell him to a club, whereas 40 million guaranteed. Tabo Naira, thank you very much for subscribing. Apologies if I've said that wrong. On the attack now with Gnabry on the box. Good pass to Musiala and Virgil van Dijk. Anthony Davis, Davis, dude. Once we get to the Premier League, I'll be fine with the names. I just don't watch European football much. Virgil's done really well the first few games, to be fair. Jen, we need to move on these signings ASAP. I agree. I thought we should have signed the DM before we even went to Singapore. Obviously, not happened. So, what can you do, eh? I guess we're just going to have to accept that Jones is going to be the 6th, with probably Thiago covering, and McAllister if things are terrible. And then Lavia, after a few weeks settled in, gets to know Klopp's game plan. We'll be fine. So Boslai is defending as a right back now. He's swapped McAllister over, I think, with him. So McAllister's on the left maybe, and Szoboszlai's on the right. Yeah, which is what I thought we were going to be doing. Whereas McAllister's the 6. Weird one. Sure, Klopp's playing around with a lot of things. Helio, but even with 6 midfielders, we always know that Thiago best available 30% of the time. Some positives among the youth, but we need more players. Yeah, I think, look, you head into there's been a lot of debate on this within the LFC transferring, I guess you could say. I fully believe we only need... I'm happy with 1. 2 is ideal, but I would be happy with 1 if that 1 is a 6. He's done well there, Davis, to be fair. Salah out for a corner, and he's done well to get it out for a throw-in. I'd be happy with 1. I think 2 would be good, but if you get 2, you're just then overstacking the midfield, and you've got an issue of players being happy, you know. So it's a tough one, but be happy with 1. I think we need a left centre back as well. I think if Van Dijk gets injured, we're screwed. We can't get him for 40 million if City go in next summer. I believe it's basically a first refusal type thing. Yeah, they do have first refusal, I think, but I think all that really means is that if somebody bid like 50 million for, say, Man City will be notified, and then they can activate their release clause, their buyback clause. So the thing is, though, if he goes to City are just going to sell him for more money. They don't really need him, so unless they decide to give up on Calvin Phillips and then get Lavia, it's, you know, which is probably a smart decision, to be fair. Helio, and I'm really tired each year of balancing our team on a knife's edge. At times we can't sustain injuries at all over time. Yeah, but I do think we have been unlucky with midfielders, with injuries in general, to be fair. I mean, literally every team has 4 centre-backs. It's just how it is. Not many teams have got 5, 6, 7 centre-backs. We got very unlucky that all 4 of ours got injured. Yes, we should have replaced Lovren, but it's hard to see into the future at that point. However, we do need a left centre-back because Virgil picked up a couple of small knocks, and he could do with being rested in certain games. Don't trust Gomez, and I think Nat Phillips is on his way out, rightfully so. So, yeah. But again, in the midfield, Helio, you know, let's go through. Let's say we sign Lavia. So we'd have Lavia, McAllister, Jones, Szoboszlai, Bajcetic, Thiago, Elliott. That's 7 midfielders for 3 positions. And it's very good depth. That is a lot of... That's Premier League starters. Not many teams have that amount of depth. You know, as much as people don't rate Harvey Elliott, Jurgen Klopp clearly does. he's a very technically good player. He got let down a lot by the attackers last season. If you look at the stats, you know, he's one of the best creative midfielders in the Premier League. Yes, the assists obviously don't show that, but, you know, look, I trust the team. I think we've got very good depth, especially if we sign Lavia. Another one would be nice, but that's kind of, you're just banking on maybe injuries happening. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? Be nice to get Thiago's replacement this summer, and then kind of bed them into the team. Let them learn from Thiago. Jamie, I'm pretty surprised there's not experienced DM targets. Head scratcher. Yeah, I mean, you look at... drinks break, I think. You look at the DM targets though, Jamie's. There's not many good ones that are available for. That's the reason why we're gonna have to pay around 50 million for Lavia, who has 1 year's experience. Why Declan Rice is being sold for 100 million. Why Enzo Fernandez went for 120 million. There's just not many great DM targets at the moment, sadly. And all the DMs who are world class aren't available because they're at world class teams who don't need to sell them. So we have screwed ourselves a little bit, but at a certain point you've got to be like fair enough, because who is expecting Fabinho and Henderson to leave this summer? Came out the blue, so look, I give a bit of leeway. Jamie's, I don't like Polinia, if I'm going to be honest. I think for what Fulham want, you know, pushing 60 million, you're replacing a 30-year-old Fabinho with a 28-year-old Polinia, who's had a decent season in the Premier League. I would much rather sign Lavia and take the risk on that, because 60 mil for a 28-year-old is just not how Liverpool work. That was never in the question, in my opinion. So I think the injury saved us, I'm going to be honest. Bayern on the attack here, but it goes out for a throw-in. Not much happened, to be fair. It's been kind of boring since the goal. Not many big chances. Bayern probably should have scored. But yeah, it's been a evenly matched game. Mexican wave going around the ground. Love to see. All the players. Alisson is absolutely sweating as well. So it must be fairly humid there. Good ball there from Alisson. Gakpo controls, but shut down. Gnabry on the left, but Joel Matip does well to block the cross, and it goes behind for a corner.
Voice from behind it.
Didn't realise I had TikTok open on my phone. The stadium's a lot more sold out compared to the Leicester game. So, good ball in there, but Matip clears it. Musiala on the edge of the box. Diogo Jota picks it up. He's got Salah in front of him. Releases Salah. Conrad Lima there's flew in again. Salah's in a foot race with Alphonso Davies, and Mohamed Salah is fast, but Alphonso Davies probably edges him there. The fact he's even kept pace with him is actually crazy, but yeah, absolutely rapid from Alphonso Davies there, and Salah, a little nudge in the back. He's always going to go down. Helio, be prepared is my motto. After last season, it would be apparent our midfield needed an overhaul, so even with Fabinho and Henderson leaving, that could have been handled better and faster. Yeah, I agree, but if we let's look at the players who went, Helio. Yes, we needed a midfielder in there regardless, and I think we were always going to sign. So let's take away Henderson and Fabinho leaving. So Ox left, Keita left, 500 minutes each last season. McAllister comes and replaces them. Gnabry with a shot, but it's easy for Alisson. James Milner comes in. Henderson was going to take his role, coming on last 10 minutes. And then we signed Szoboszlai to kind of be maybe Henderson's long-term successor. Then we were going to sign Lavia to be Fabinho's successor. Sadly, obviously, two people have just left because Saudi Arabia is going mad. But it's hot. Who knew Saudi Arabia were going to sanction 13 billion to build a Super League? Like, no one could have saw that. Yes, be prepared, but you can't go out and sign 5 midfielders. You know, it's a tough one. And yes, criticism can be laid on the club to a certain extent, and I've been vocally critical about Jurgen Klopp being too loyal to players, but I think it's harsh to blame the club on this one. Yes, Lavia should be getting done quicker, and the 6 should be in by now, but to say be prepared, you know, is harsh, because I think they were preparing. They were preparing for Henderson leaving. They were preparing for Fabinho leaving with Szoboszlai and Lavia. You know, they replaced Ox's and Fingio's minutes with Ox's and Keita's minutes with McAllister. So it's a difficult one. But Liverpool have got a corner here. Who's coming to take this? Andrew Robertson. Liverpool's first corner of the game. Again, guys, make sure you do leave a like on the stream. Helps the channel grow and reach more Liverpool fans. We're also out live 7:30 every night. Ball in by Andy Robertson. And it is in by Virgil van Dijk. The GOAT celebration. Beautiful. It's a great ball by Andy Robertson. And for having some tall players, not very good defending there by Bayern Munich, sadly. Well, not sadly for us. There's the replay there. Ball in by Robertson. Van Dijk free as a bird next to Kim Min-jae. And he heads it in. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. James, Polinia, or similar for 2-3 years with Flavio was my thinking originally, Charlie. Polinia and Licks near to top last season and he bossed us. I agree, but can you justify spending 60-70 million on someone for 2-3 years, James? I can't. I'd much rather have spent that on Czech the Cure, who's only, 25, 26, and you get him for at least 5 years at the top of his game. Dominic Szoboszlai pulls down, who's 39 there? Matthias Tell. But yeah. Ryan assist. Yeah, Robertson got the assist from a corner. But look, James, I understand that people. See, the core is 23. See, even there, my bad. You bring in someone who's got a couple of years at top level experience. Polinia, just for the same price, who has similar performances. It's just mental to me, and I'm. Never wish injuries, but if he was our number one target, I'm kind of glad he got injured. Ryan, how's Mack and Szoboszlai? I think Szoboszlai has been really, really good. Been pressing quite well. He's on left into mid now, which is not where I thought we'd see him play. But he's playing quite well there. So yeah. Good, I got the freaking hiccups now. But McAllister, maybe not as good as he was for Leicester, at the Leicester game, but it's a tougher opponent. It's very, very hot in Singapore. Great tackle there by Robertson. Oh, Diogo Jota just flicked it over Upamecano's head, but he gets body blocked a little bit. Helio surprised how easy this has been. Usually Tuchel is very defensively orientated and probably one of the best managers in the world at organising this structure and defence. I guess we must be good. Yeah, as I said though, there, Helio, I'm surprised that he's not playing 5 at the back, because he's got, look at the back 5 that he could have. He could have Marazori, I think that's how you say his name, at right wing back. Pavard. Oh, sorry, Kim Delit, Kim Min-jae, Upamecano / Pavard with Alphonso Davies as we know he likes to get forward. So that'd destroy us, but he's not playing it, so who knows. How far along are their pre-season at Bayern? I'm not sure. Heretic. If I told you, I'd be guessing. Ryan, our attacking options are one of the best in the league now. Probably on par with City at the top. Maybe better than City. Look at City's. They've got two centre attacking mids playing left wing, and Foden and Grealish. Julian Alvarez, yes, he's all right, but he's not starter material. Haaland, yeah, obviously, and they don't have a right winger anymore. So ours straight City, in my opinion. I think all of ours have a very good case for starting in their positions, which I don't think can be said about City. Great pressing about Liverpool. You should be in our chat, guys. People are still moaning you can't win anything over, but I guess that's the great thing about having the ping, eh? But I'm happy with the game. I think we've been defensively solid, attackingly great again. So this is maybe resembling a bit more of what a Premier League game will be like, or a top flight game. Maybe not so the other games where we were just strolling through teams. And it's been good, shapes being held well. The quickness on turnovers has been great. Pressing's been good as it has been the whole of pre-season, and the defence has been really good. Speaking of defence, though, over the top ball here. Commentators care say one big ball over the top. Gnabry beats Joel Matip, and Alisson can't do anything. Alisson stayed down here. Hopefully he's fine. Right, he's getting back up. Oh, don't scare me, Alisson. Let's have a look here. So big ball over the top from Serge Gnabry. Beats Trent, who's kind of standing there, and then Matip sells himself down the river. I think he's offside though, but I think if that was VAR, that would be overturned. But yeah, who knows, eh? So sloppy goal from Liverpool, as I was just praising the defence. Trent will be looked at there again, as usual, which is why I don't think he should be playing right back. So, but everyone has difference of opinion. Klopp and Liverpool from Helio. Klopp and Liverpool have improved transitions so much this summer. Yeah, the transitions are really, really good. Once we turn the ball over, everyone's running forward, which is very reminiscent of the old side. Diogo Jota on the attack, he's lifting it over everybody. Tries to find Mohamed Salah, can't though. Trent Alexander-Arnold picks it up, finds Gakpo in the box, who tries to find Diogo Jota. Diogo Jota does keep it in play, but it goes back to Jan Sommer, and it's out for a goal anyway. Ryan, they've got rid of some players. Ryan also Arsenal be up there again. No, why I'm sceptical on Arsenal, Ryan, if I'm going to be honest. They've got the squad there, but can they handle multiple competitions? We've got to remember they didn't win anything last season. They were saying they were winning a quadruple at points, and nothing's happened. So are the Arsenal fans going to be happy with a top four finish again? We saw what they were like with Wenger. They weren't happy with top four. Top four went and they won top four back. So they are a fickle fan base, and if they don't see immediate success, they can turn. Again, no, I'm sceptical. And as well, top five gets Champions League this summer, this season. So ball in by Szoboszlai, finds Virgil van Dijk, who heads it down, but no one can get there, and Sommer clicks easily. And Bayern Munich are now on the attack with Jamal Musiala. Got Sané up, but Trent does really well defensively, and Liverpool come out from the back, and Matip finds it in midfield. Gets it through to Curtis Jones, who plays a Hendo-esque hoof up the pitch. Salah versus Kim Min-jae. Salah wins the battle. He's got Gakpo with him, and Upamecano goes right through, and Liverpool have got a good free kick. First time we see a Szoboszlai free kick, maybe. Ryan, midfield for me, and Trent. I agree, if I'm going to be honest. I see him more as a 6. I just think maybe his defensive capabilities at right back are gonna mess us up a bit. But if Klopp plans to do this inverted right back thing, maybe that works. Maybe. Who knows, eh? Who knows? Oh, no Szoboszlai. It's gonna be a cross. Ryan, yeah, true. They went in this Champions League and couldn't handle the pressure as much as ours. Exactly, and it's so important to have big, players who have won stuff before. That's why we signed the likes of Milner. I feel like Jorginho's maybe the only one, but he was never really a big part of Chelsea. Ball in by Trent, Gakpo just over his head, and it's cleared. Curtis Jones, first time. Nice pass to Robertson. Heretic, we're constantly giving away this type of goal. Quick transition ball played over the top, bang. Lack of a true 6, perhaps. I don't think a 6 is going to do anything there, if I'm going to be honest. I think that's just that type of goal we just have to accept with Trent being a right back. Usually, Ibrahima Konate would be there, and I don't think Ibrahima Konate would have went in as Matip did there. Matip sold himself. I think Konate probably holds it up. Doesn't show him on his favoured foot. But, again, it's pre-season. I'm sure Klopp will look at that goal. Liverpool on the attack here with Andy Robertson. Passes it to Szoboszlai on the left-hand side of the box. He passes it back to Trent, who's very far over in midfield. And Curtis Jones has now got it. He's passed it to Salah on the right-hand side, who brings it back to Matip, who gives it away. And Bayern Munich give it away, but then Liverpool give it away. Matip wins it back, passes it to Gakpo. Gakpo over the top to Salah, but Alphonso Davies is there again. And as we've seen before, Salah's not beating him in a foot race, sadly. James Jones supporting here, but being too quiet, not in sync in midfield in this first half. I think he's been alright. He's held the ball quite well. Maybe not as defensively strong as we are used to our 6s. But I think maybe Klopp wants a bit of a possession 6 at the moment. But again, look, there's not much we can do because he's probably our only player who can play 6. Because we don't want McAllister playing it. So our hands are kind of tied. Again, no, as I said, don't think we would have conceded if we had Konate. So there's a Trent and Matip clusterfuck there. So Trent can't play as a solo 6. Long term, his awareness of players running beyond him is shocking. Never really improved on that since his debut. Think Vinicius Junior in the Champions League. Yeah, I see your point there. I don't think. My thing is, why not play a 3-2-2-3 kind of thing, or a 3-3-1-3? Like, just let Trent be a 6 with somebody else, play them in a double pivot. Like, it will help Jones and it would help Trent, so like that's what we play out of transition. I don't see why we don't defend like that. And just let them drop a bit deeper maybe, but who knows. I'm fucking tired, man. Gnabry on the left here. Breezes past Trent, but Matip clears it. Might have felt something, but it's a free kick anyway. James, Matip Trent defending, unfortunately. We've seen it many times. Yeah, I think so. Over the top ball from that Trent gets caught on, which is always an issue. An issue we kind of have to play with, and Klopp, I think, has accepted. But yeah, it is what it is. It's not going to change. No point in. Look, there's no point in saying, we need to do this or we need to do that, because we've been doing this for years and nothing has changed, because that is the risk we take playing Trent as a right back. We have to accept this, and we have to accept that our right centre back needs to cover for him, and in that situation he didn't, and I think if Konate was there he would. So yeah, we move. Heretic, all the more reason we need a new centre back. You'd argue we need two. I wouldn't argue we need two. I think, look, my plan has always been, my plan if I was a Liverpool sporting director, I would sign a left centre back this summer. Maybe if you can get Van Dijk's replacement, I think if we signed Cole, that would have been perfect. On the attack here with Gnabry, he's got Joel Matip. He tries to cut in on his right. He finds Sané on the right, and it is 2-2. That's Liverpool have given a lead up here, just before half time, which is sad to see. Going back though, I think I'll go back in a minute. Gnabry on the left, he's got Joel Matip there. Trent's nowhere to be seen. Passes it to he passes it to Sané, who is in the box on his own. Where is Andy Robertson? I understand Trent not being in position, but if you're looking at where Andy Robertson is, he is next. He's next to Joel Matip. Why is he next to Joel Matip? And going back to the point that Heretic has just said there, this is why we need a left centre-back this summer, because a left centre-back in that role instead of Robertson would never let that happen. It's mental. It's anyway, going back to the point, I guess my plan would be get either Van Dijk's replacement this summer or the backup. If we got Colwell, perfect. If not, go out, get a Nashio, get Tete, get Lukeba, I think that's how you say it. Get one of them to be Virgil's backup, or Robertson's backup, or Robertson's someone to play left centre back and a back three. And then next summer you go out and you get Virgil van Dijk's replacement. Gvardiol would have been perfect, but somebody else. Who that? Jamie Hughes, Kwanzaa should be ready soon if he keeps progressing well, but need one at least, saying that. Not looking likely. Matthias Tell here. Bayern Munich are absolutely cutting through Liverpool's midfield and defence. What started off as a great 30 minutes is fading away very quickly. Liverpool look very tired again. The heat is playing a part, but Bayern Munich are feeling the same. So Germany is not a very warm country either. Heretic, Kwanzaa needs a loan. I agree. I think if you're not going to sign a left centre-back, which we are going to do, you send him out on loan to a top championship side, someone who's going to be in the top 10 battling for top 6, like a Sunderland or somebody. Let him go on loan there. Start. Oh, Virgil van Dijk, what are you doing? It's a foul given somewhere, but if it wasn't, it would have been a nightmare because Virgil pushed up. Yeah, Kwanzaa on loan. If we need him back because of injuries, terminate the loan. It is what it is, you know. Craig at Anfield agenda had 4-4 in this one. He might be right. Yeah, you never know. I didn't think we'd be too scoring in the first minute and then the goal after. I didn't think we'd be drawing a half time, like, but yeah. LFC wilting in the heat / humidity yet, but Bayern Munich have got the same excuse, so it's not good enough for Liverpool at the end of the day, and I'm sure the notifications in me are from Damon being very unhappy with this midfield performance. 2 minutes added on though. Anthony, genuinely, why is Robertson still there? If we're playing this left centre-back role, I agree. If you watch that goal back, I don't understand what Robertson's doing, what role he is playing. But from what it looked like for me, we went to that back three, and Robertson wasn't there, and Trent was in midfield, which is fair enough. But just they found themselves 3-on-2, which is inexcusable, and Robertson's never going to learn that left centre-back role, sadly, because he's one of the best attacking left-backs of all time. Salah to Diogo Jota. Diogo Jota has a shot, but it's straight into Sommer's hand, sadly. Heretic, I think Gomez needs replacing, not just Matip. He just isn't the player we saw in the title-winning season. I think injuries have diminished him. He's probably only kept on his homegrown option. I agree. I think you sell him this summer, you get 30 million. That's the best you're going to get. Alexis McAllister is down here holding his knee, and they're calling on. It looks like Robertson's just saying it's a collision. Hopefully he's fine. Hopefully it's not anything bad. If it is, then we definitely need 2 midfielders. He doesn't look happy, so he might he's going to come off at half time no matter what. But hopefully it's just an in-back collision. But he is staying down and he's not going down the tunnel, so hopefully he's okay. Jamie, he's offering some oranges. Yeah, mate, get woken up. If you do, get a coffee down you too. Anthony does it every single time. Yeah, I agree. Okie dokie, guys. It is 2-2. At half time, I am going to get a drink and run the toilet. I will be back in around 10 minutes, but make sure you stay tuned. Also, do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I knew I was gonna do that, Jamie. You know it's a one. Kingsley Coman cutting through everybody. That's heartbreaking. I've been talking for 5 minutes. Hey ho, absolute moron. Mr. Sinclair, thank you for subbing. No, what I've just said, we've got immediate accreditation for the next game, so I'll be heading to that, which is absolutely lovely. So might try and do a vlog, but probably not, if I'm going to be honest. But yeah, so be going to Preston North End Stadium. Did pre-season, we did the game last season, but obviously with the being the main team now, it's quite exciting. So yeah, absolutely love that. What else did I say while I was on mute? Frick's sake, man. It's an absolute nightmare. Still getting used to it all, but we move. Let's get the niggles out during pre-season. Bayern have started the first half quite well, second half quite well, to be fair. Ball in there to Coleman, and it's a good save by Alisson Becker. Liverpool are getting cut open again, which isn't nice. Do you know what? I don't really know many Preston supporters, James, and it's going to be a new stadium for me, Preston North End. Maybe not a competitive game, but I'll take it. Might see Jimbo Pierce there. I've worded with him for Damon. Neil Jones. And I'll see a fair few people, but it's going to be a good one. Went to the, I can't remember who it was last season, but went to that, the final pre-season game where we played a bunch of kids and got beat 5-0. That was a fun one, but Klopp wasn't there, obviously, so... Trent in midfield here, trying to bring it out. Passes to himself. Does really well, to be fair, but Salah's not maybe on his toes, and Coleman gets it. Oh, wow. I saw... do you know what? I haven't really been watching the Women's World Cup, Jamie, but I saw the women's US national team nearly got knocked out as well. Like last minute, he hit the post. Who were playing? Netherlands, was it, or someone? But yeah, it's been crazy. It's all Lauren James's 2 goals, 3 assists. Some nice finishes there. And Szoboszlai got pulled back there by Kingsley Coman. Not very happy with on the attack. Definitely a yellow card in a professional game. Ball to Luis Diaz, tries to get past Upamecano, but Upamecano flies in. Also, on a side note, absolutely couldn't be happier that we got Upamecano instead of... that we got Canate instead of Upamecano. And Liverpool throw in here. Passes to Diaz, who's now in the box against Benjamin Pavard. Trying to find some space. Gets it to Robertson. Robertson puts the ball in. Darwin Núñez is on the run, but gets blocked. Back to Luis Diaz on the left-hand side by the corner flag. Trying to beat Conrad Lema, who's thrown a few tackles in. Gets it back there to Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones passes it to Trent, who's in midfield. Trent tries to find Szoboszlai Núñez, but it's just a little bit past him. I don't know if anyone saw our Twitter, or X, I guess it's called now. But the kit man's had a nightmare with Szoboszlai's name. Speaking of Szoboszlai's on the edge of the box, has a shot, but it's straight into Ulrich's hands. He spelt his name Szobozli, so it's put the S a bit early. Alphonso Davies is just... Curtis Jones has got a yellow card, I think. I don't know who the free kick's been given to here. But Alphonso Davies is going forward. Gakpo brings him down, not really a yellow card offence. And then Curtis Jones is just kind of standing there and gets run into. Probably could have done better there, Szoboszlai, with that shot, but... Netherlands were a better team than the US, Charlie. Linda Caicedo from Kurt is awesome. Liverpool nearly closed down Ulrich there, but he does well, and now Bayern are coming off from the back. If you have seen England looks to be coming round. To be fair, as I said, I haven't really been watching it. I saw that Linda Caicedo's goal, though. It's a great goal. And I saw, obviously, Lauren James's thingy, but look, I think good for England if they can win it, good for the country, good for women's sports. So yeah, to be fair, I'll probably watch the semi-finals and the finals, but it doesn't really interest me. And I think you look at the US women's team, I think they're maybe relying on names too much. You know, relying on the likes of Alex Morgan and Megan Rapinoe, how you say her name, maybe a bit past her. So, yeah, don't really like Megan Rapinoe, I'm not going to lie. I think she's a bit too cocky / outspoken, I guess. But Bayern Munich on the attack here. Virgil van Dijk has absolutely clattered someone on the edge of the box who stayed down. Realised it's a friendly, though, so gets back up. And now Alisson gets the ball out. He wants to get Darwin Núñez off, who's up against Konate, and he does really well. Really big tussle match there, but Konate comes out on the winning side. Maka came out with a knock. Yeah, it did, to be fair, it just looked like a bit of an impact knock. We know Liverpool aren't taking any chances. This game is getting very, very competitive here. Jurgen Klopp is not happy with the referee. Tackles starting to fly in here and there, so you might want it to calm down a little bit. Pardon me. Gakpo's done well to win the ball back, but was a Trent, bit of a hospital pass to Virgil van Dijk, and Virgil has to clear it out for a corner. Apologies. He does well originally, Trent, but it's a bit of a rough pass, but Virgil's on his heels a little bit, I guess, as well. So our midfield depth, Núñez comes in for Maka. Yeah, I think it's Gakpo for McAllister, maybe playing a bit more of an attacking role, but I think we'll probably see this corner, and then we'll see the rest of the change. Oh no, we're seeing some changes now. Never mind. So I guess the kids will probably get 20 minutes, maybe. Gomez and Elliot are coming on, so you probably say Elliot for Gakpo, Gomez for Trent or Virgil. A lot of youngsters now coming on for Bayern Munich. Ryan Gravenberch, one of them. Kostas Tsimikas is coming on for Robertson too. So he was coming off for Gomez. I think the rest is self-explanatory. Klopp is not happy with somebody on the substitutes. He's absolutely berating them. Gakpo off for Elliott. Trent off for Gomez and Robertson off for Tsimikas. Ball in from the corner. And Alisson does well to get a hand on there, and Luis Diaz brings it down. Tries to clear it, but it goes straight to Kingsley Coman, who finds a player, who finds Tell, and it's offside anyway. Liverpool are struggling to get the attack going here. Harvey Elliott's come on now. He's got released Salah on the right-hand side. He's been very quiet this game. Releases Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez with a little chip. It's I don't think he was offside, but it's hit the side net. But again, as we've seen, the Salah Núñez link up. Absolutely rapid running in behind. Is he offside? No, he's not. Absolutely perfectly timed run from Núñez there. And then the angle just is a bit too wide for him to chip the keeper. But, you know, that great link up by the Egyptian and the Uruguayan. Short pass there. Salah tries to take advantage, but the keeper does well. And De Ligt is bringing it forward now. Tsimikas cuts out a long pass. Luis Diaz, again, trying to keep the ball, but he's dispossessed. And Bayern Munich are now entering Liverpool's box. You've got many players in the box. Try and find Tell. Can't really. And Szoboszlai wins the ball and gets fouled for his troubles. And he fixed his shit. So good to see he fixed his shit. Big ball up by Virgil van Dijk to try and find Mohamed Salah. He's found him. Salah's on his own. Beats the defender. Finds Núñez. It's just too far behind Núñez though. Salah probably should have taken it, and if he was going to pass to Núñez, it needs to be right in front of him, and it was just a tad behind, and with the speed Núñez was running, I was never going to get there, sadly. It's a great ball by Virgil van Dijk though on a free kick. Now big ball up, and Coleman's got on the end of it. He's got around Tsimikas. Tsimikas has come back though. He's defending on the edge of the box. Finds Tell, who misplaces it, but Goretzka's got a ball in to one of the youth players, and it's cleared. Kimmich gets it down. Don't know, that's 4:44, and now there's a left back who I don't know the name of coming on. Absolutely skins Joe Gomez, and he's all the way in the box now, but Harvey Elliott does well and clears it. Finds Mohamed Salah with a great touch. Mad challenge from De Ligt. And Liverpool get a throw-in. Romano Gvardiol to Man City ended a week 90 million. Shooting at £90 million. Mad deal. Fair enough. Most expensive centre-back. He's going to have to come in and be the best centre-back in the league for that price, in my opinion, like Virgil van Dijk did. but I hope he's a Harry Maguire signing. I haven't really seen the best of Szoboszlai today. Speaking of him, he is trying to get the ball from Diaz. A nice pass, crossfield pass from Diaz there to find Mohamed Salah. He's got Nunes. Finds... Oh, great goal. Luis Diaz. Absolutely brilliant work rate from Luis Diaz there. That is all Luis Diaz. All Luis Diaz, that goal. And Salah has got another assist for his troubles. Look at this. Luis Diaz picks the ball up here. Brilliant crossfield pass to find Mohamed Salah, and he absolutely sprints up the pitch. Mohamed Salah does really well. He's got Elliott to his left, but he finds Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz takes a great touch to take it round Leon Goretzka, and he fires it into the bottom left corner. Unbelievable by Luis Diaz there. That is the best, and that's the Luis Diaz that we need. 2 assists this game, so what's that? He's got 7 assists, 6 assists in pre-season. But Klopp will be absolutely buzzing with that, and you know, if that's the type of work rate we're going to see, I think we see him start against Chelsea. But we do have our first drinks break, or our second drinks break. It is absolutely lovely to have 5 attacking options. It's a massive face of Darwin Núñez in the crowd. Thank you. I think I don't think he's got 2 assists this game. James, I think first one was Jota, and the second one was Robertson for the Van Dijk header. So I think he's got 6 assists, which again, not a bad return. Hopefully he gets a few more against Damsgaard. I think that's going to be a game where we're just hoping to absolutely smash them 7-8-0, which would be lovely. Bayern Munich are now starting to put on the pressure a little bit. Mohamed Salah loses the ball, but Harvey Elliott's done really good since he's come on, to be fair. Defended well. Tired, man. Don't know how you do it, James. Darwin Núñez starting the press. Mohamed Salah continues it. Gonna go to the. Just gonna kick it up real rich, and it goes out for a throw in. I think the kids are starting to get ready now. I see the rest of the substitutes. Luis Diaz is Andoya Mazzarari, I think I say his name. He's all over him. Oh, Jesus. This cough's killing me. I think Gravenbach's playing, but I haven't really seen him. Looks like he's playing as a 10. Oh, apologies, guys. Whoever this left back is who's come on for Bayern Munich, it's alright. Little blonde haired guy. It's been alright, hasn't really had any help, but good pass there, but it's cut out by Kostas Tsimikas, and Kostas Tsimikas finds tries to find Mohamed Salah, but De Ligt gets the ball after a little bit of a ricochet. Gravenberch there. It's on the edge of the box, passes to Goretzka. Goretzka finds somebody. And Harvey Elliott does really well defensively. Passes it to Nunez, who finds Salah and sets off on his bike. Nice little back heel there by Salah to Harvey, who can't get it. Joe Gomez loses the ball. Konate cleans up his mess. Kick up. Can't find anyone but a Bayern Munich player. And I think that's going to be a free kick there. Very, very scrappy football from Liverpool and Bayern Munich. Ball in by Gravenberch, but doesn't find anybody. And Elliott clears. Ball in there. A good save by Alisson. Tries to get both hands on it. Alisson Becker stopping Ryan Gravenberch from scoring there. Gomez should be in the championship, Jamie says. He's not making a good case for himself, is he? Let's be honest. All made by that young fullback again. It's been quite good since he's come on. And Alisson gets the captain's armband, so I guess we're not going to see Kelleher. We've got Mohamed Salah coming off, Curtis Jones coming off. Get to see 15 minutes of Ben Doak, McConnell, Clark, and Kwanzaa. Yeah, basically that, Jen. Just that Gomez hasn't been very good. You got McConnell, Clark, Doak and Kwanzaa coming on for Salah, Van Dijk, Jones, and I've just lost my train of thought. And Szoboszlai. There we go. Pardon me. Let's have a little bit of fun now. Let's get Ben Doak a few goals, eh? You know what? I'd love to see Clark on loan. There's two players I think would really benefit from a loan this season. Clark and Kwanzaa. I'd keep McConnell around if I'm going to be honest. Let him play in the under-21s, but also if we desperately need a CDM, he's impressed. But again, absolute last straw. But I think Kwanzaa, Clark on loan, great for them. Get them in the team next season. In the squad next season, hopefully. A good little link-up play there by Clark and Doak. Clark tries to release Luis Diaz on the left wing. Can't find him, no. And now Coleman is in the middle. Clark's done really well. We've got the two frosted tips in midfield, Harvey Elliott and Clark. McConnell slotted into that DM role of Curtis Jones. Ben Doak's brilliant. He is. He's very exciting. Don't think I've been this excited for a youth player for a fairly long time. A good ball there from, I think that's Goretzka, but it is offside, sadly for them. And guys, please do leave a like on the video if you are new. Also subscribe to the channel. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Clark on the left-hand side passes it back to Kwanzaa, who passes it back to Konate. Konate finds Doak, who absolutely spins him. I don't know, he's just spun, but it's very funny. He's on the attack. He's got Nunes in the box, pulls it back to Clark. Oh, what a great goal. Doak, unbelievable again. He's cemented his name, in my opinion, to be Mohamed Salah's backup. I don't think anyone else should have it. He's absolutely turns. I don't know who it is. It might be Open McCarno. Puts the ball in for Clark, and Clark just hits it right to Ulrich, sadly. The keeper nearly fumbles it, but he does well to let it not go in the end. But Ben Doak, absolutely unbelievable talent. And Clark as well, I think, has impressed this pre-season. Strangely enough, was a striker at Newcastle. Not anymore, though, obviously. Bayern Munich trying to attack here. Got Kingsley Coleman attacking Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa puts him out to the corner flag. Clark does well to get a boot on her. Joe Gomez absolutely misses the ball. And they want a handball, but Harvey Elliott clears it. Try and find Doak, but it's not. I don't know who that is. If Ben Doak turned. I think it's another youth player. So not as funny as Turner, maybe from a corner or someone like that. It's a foul there by Clark. Ball in. And good save by Alisson. And someone puts it in. It's 3-3. There's a youth player there, but Stanisic, who scores a third. Ball in. Alisson probably should really do better, but he's free as a bird. Free as a bird. I think Alisson should probably be doing a bit better there, if I'm going to be honest. Straight at him. Liverpool coming on the attack now. Harvey Elliott and Clark doing well in midfield. Tsimikas gets the ball back. Plays Clark on the left-hand side. Clark on the edge of the box now. Tries to find Luis Diaz, but it's a bit of a sloppy one, if I want to be honest. Now, Bayern Munich are on the attack. Liverpool running back. Oh, what a ball. Good defending there by McConnell. Never a penalty, get up. Luis Diaz on the attack now. Tries to turn his player, but wants a foul. Referee's not giving him it. Bayern on the attack again with Kingsley Coman. Stanovic on the right hand side. Stanovic. Stana something. And McConnell nearly does well. Tsimikas does okay to come away with the ball. Finds Harvey Elliott. Tries to find Ben Doak. Ben Doak again wriggles around a few players. Does well to keep hold of the ball. McConnell bails him out. And then Elliott finds Clark. And Clark's looking to kick the ball forward to Luis Diaz to start another attack. If it goes to pens, man, Jesus Christ. Luis Diaz now on the attack. He's got Darwin Núñez. I don't know how Darwin Núñez has missed there, if I'm going to be deadly honest with you. I don't know what he's done there. Apparently there's a trophy in this, so we could do the treble this pre-season. That's the old Darwin Núñez, which we don't want to see, but it is what it is. Ben Doak trying to press the lit. He's done really well there, to be fair. He's given one to remember. And Liverpool closing down really well. But McConnell tries to find Diaz, but just can't get him. He's got the Mo Salah. I don't know Mo Salah throw Diaz. Suits him. Oh, pardon me. Ben Doak now to Darwin Núñez on the attack. Ben Doak goes forward, breezing past a few people. Darwin Núñez keeps the ball. Finds Bobby Clark. Bobby Clark finds Luis Diaz on the right hand side, who finds Clark again. Clark then finds Tsimikas, who gets it to Diaz. And it finds its way back to Kwanzaa. Harvey Elliott to Doak, sorry. Doak, lovely little flick to Gomez. And Gomez tries to find Doak. I don't know what he's going to give. He's giving a corner. Okay, fair enough. Wins a corner. I don't think it was a corner, if I'm going to be honest, but we take them. Well, Ben Doak FC, you know, I run the club. Ball in by Kostas Tsimikas. Can't beat the first man. Harvey Elliott finds Clark. Clark goes to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz turns and twists. He's he's done well, but then he's given the ball away, trying to find McConnell. And McConnell's flew in. I think it went out for a throw-in, but Coleman is doing his most to play act. Not a bad challenge. Coleman, eh? Kingsley Coleman. So mad to think we were probably heavily linked with him a few seasons ago. Three minutes left of the game. Not sure if it goes to penalties. Hopefully not. Hopefully we just share the trophy like friends. Joe Gomez does well. Finds Harvey Elliott after a big hoof up. Harvey Elliott again done really well there. Finds a ball to Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez with the pace. He's got Darwin Núñez in the box, but he can't find him sadly. There is penalties. Oh, we might not need penalties because Luis Diaz is trying to take players out going on the attack. Coleman's on the right. Kwanzaa's nutmeg, but McConnell's there to cover. And Liverpool players swarm and the attack still happen, but there's enough players back now. And it goes all the way back to the defenders at the halfway line. Ball in by Bayern. Finds Coleman on the right hand side. Good ball. And Liverpool do well not to concede it. And now Tsimikas is bringing the ball forward. He's got Diaz in front of him. He's got Dowick on his right, who Harvey Elliott does find. He's got Darwin Núñez in front of him. Dowick is typical. He's done it again. He's flew past him. He's got Clark on the right. He's taking it on his own. He finds Núñez, but Núñez just can't get there. And the end product's not quite there yet, but it's every time Ben Dowick gets the ball, you think he's just going to beat somebody, and he does. And to be fair, it's not a terrible ball, but Núñez just takes one step to his left, and he can't get there. Four minutes added on. Ball over to this left back who's been good. What a goal. Jesus Christ. Who is this kid? He's destroyed us. Franz Kratzig. A great goal, and it's 4-3 to Bayern Munich. I think Alisson should be doing better there. We'll have a look. It's just a big ball over the top. Gomez loses his man, and Alisson just isn't set. Alisson he's just not set. It goes in the top left, but I'd be expecting my keeper to be better there. If that's in the Premier League, I'd be very disappointed. That's sad, eh? Oh, we've got 2.5 minutes to find a goal, or we don't win the trophy. We don't win the pre-season treble. Bayern are now on the attack again with Ryan Gravenberch. Kratzig has been very, very good since coming on. This is probably a career-defining moment for him to perform this well against Liverpool. He'll either be called up to Bayern first team or get a decent loan somewhere, or maybe even a transfer somewhere. But yeah, Jamie is. I would honestly. He's just not great. This Kratzig kid has found Coleman. Good shot by Coleman, but Alisson makes a good save. Kratzig again, ball in. Alisson does well. He redeemed himself. I can't believe we've lost the second Singapore trophy. Got 45 seconds left to take it to penalties. But Bayern are kind of all over us. Canate taking it out. That's a bad challenge from Stavrovic or whatever his name is. Ten seconds left. Liverpool need to put this in the box. And I think that is going to do it. Yeah, it's going to go back to delete. He's going to boot it up. And that will be all. Liverpool win. Liverpool lose the second Singapore trophy. Bayern Munich winner. The players are absolutely made up with themselves. Well done, Bayern Munich. You deserve it. But hey ho. Thank you very much for joining me today, guys. Everyone who left a like and subscribed, massively appreciate it. We will be live at 7:30 p.m. tonight. As usual, will be James hosting, so make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. Next game against Damsgaard, I won't be live, but I think Anthony or James will be. I'll be at the game, thankfully. But yeah, so everyone who joined, Jamie, Mr. Sinclair, Hash, Jen, Helio, you know you are.